Hello and cheers. Welcome to Chicago Reacts. My name is Lauren, and today I am going to be looking into 5 more times the customer was wrong. This is another video by How to Drink. I've looked at his previous video about 5 times the customer just asked for the most heinous drink imaginable, and I'm excited to see what he has next. Like, what have these people come up with in the intervening time? I mean, I don't get too many people asking for super weird stuff at my bar. The weirdest thing that I think I've gotten recently was someone asked for an old fashioned, but they wanted like an olive as the garnish, and I was like, I mean, okay, sure. And again, but that's like a garnet, and that's, I don't know, whatever. That's the weirdest thing I got. I mostly have people asking for the stuff that's on our menu, or just something simple like a Manhattan. Like, it's easy. So I'm very excited to see what people have asked these poor bartenders across the country, and I'm excited to see him make them. I do have my beverage with me today. This is just whiskey and bitters, basically, because I keep it classic, and I'm excited. And I know it's good. So I'm excited to see these horrible concoctions. Let's go.
That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons even death may die. Because today we're back doing more of the customer is always
that
wrong.
Mackers?
Hooray! More bad receipts.
Okay, what show was that from? Even Death May Die. I need to look that up. Sorry, that's Shakespeare. Even Death May Die. H.P. Lovecraft. I was like, that sounds like Shakespeare. It's not. It is attributed to his mad poet, Abdul Ashared. That is not dead, which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons even death may die. Okay, so it is H.P. Lovecraft's fake poet. I definitely thought it was Shakespeare. That's okay. We learned something new. Drink for me being an idiot, though.
It's been a while since we've done one of these. That's why I figured we should open with a little H.P. Lovecraft undead quote there.
And of course he freaking gonna say immediately who said it. Duh, if I just waited a second and a half, I would have known. That seems to be, that happens to me a lot. And I think I've been having some, let's turn this up a bit.
What do you guys think? I think it was apropos. Because these drinks are evil. We've been waiting for more crazy receipts to come in. And of course, this is always done in an unofficial and unwilling partnership with our friends at Mover and Shaker, who just have an Instagram filled with these things. And so, kudos, Mover and Shaker. Thank you for the sweet receipts. So I'm just gonna pull one out at random. Oh, this is an easy one. It's half and half. It's a half Guinness, half Sprite. Okay. Guinness and Sprite. Goddamn. What was the episode of Marathon where we kept having to add Sprite to things and it was awful?
Oh, God, I don't remember. I think it might have been one of these.
Remember we had to do a Sprite Hatton? A Sprite in Manhattan? I just remember specifically being surprised like how bad Sprite made everything.
Okay. The only drink that I've ever really put Sprite in, vodka drinks are usually like you can put them in, or like kettle citron or something with some Sprite is fine. It's sweet, but it's fine, especially if you as a drinker are trying to graduate from drinking mostly mixed drinks to drinking just straight liquor. That's one of the ways that I managed to get myself to be able to drink just like vodka rocks. I started out with like Sprite and citron, which is kind of lemony, and then I kind of phased it into Sprite and soda with a lemon, and then I kind of phased that to Sprite and soda, to vodka soda with a lemon. And then from there phased it into vodka with vodka on the rocks with a lemon. And like, it's a progression. It gets you there. And again, I feel like for me, when it comes to like mixing sodas into liquor, you stick with like clear to clear, like whiskey and like dark rum with darker soda if you have to put a cola in there. Sprite, light rum, you can, like, Sprite is fine with light rum or vodka. So it's like we used to do a drink with dragonberry rum and Sprite, and that was it. It tasted like Skittles. It was really good. It was really sweet. Really, really sweet. I might not be able to drink it now, honestly. But back in college and, you know, a little bit before college, that was our drink. That was like, so if like teenagers don't be drinking, but like dragonberry rum and Sprite tastes like Skittles. But anyway, yeah, adding a Sprite to anything with bourbon in it, I just can't imagine that would be good.
This glass is beat to hell because it's just a water glass I have from upstairs. Tells you a lot about my drinking habits to learn that I do not own a pint anywhere. I don't know what should be on top. I'm going to try putting the Sprite
like
on the
5.
bottom because Guinness tends to be the thing on top of a half and half. So there you go. Now, the truth of the matter is, this might be a really cool idea now that I'm thinking about it. It could just be like a really weird radler. Radler is like a lemonade and beer. And by lemonade, I do mean like European lemonade, which is Sprite, basically. As far as I'm aware,
Yeah.
I guess I could be wrong on that. I think you guys call lemon and lime soda lemonade, whereas for us, lemonade is sugar, lemons, and water. So this is really weird looking because it's Guinness, but you see the carbonation from the Sprite is rising through it. You don't usually see that with Guinness. Guinness is nitrogenated, it's not carbonated. And so it actually, the nitrogen comes right out and it goes flat very quick. The nitrogen is not like carbonation, it doesn't work the same way. And that's what it is, by the way. Guinness should be kind of flat when you drink it. A lot of beers should be kind of flat when you drink it. It's just strange looking. It's Guinness, but it looks like a Coca-Cola, and it never occurred to me that it would look like that until I am now looking at it.
That is weird.
I mean, so I know you probably think I'm just drinking Guinness right now, but I'm not. Even though visually it looks like they're not mixed. They're mixed. They could be mixed more, but you definitely get Sprite right away in that sip. That is a lot better than I would have expected it to be. And it's funny because I looked at that and said, that is insane. And then as I was pouring it, I started thinking, wait a minute.
I mean, I guess if he's saying it's similar to, like, I can see, because Radlers are pretty, like, they're good. It's a good summertime beer. Again, I'm not a Guinness person, though. So, like, this would not be for me.
Like, it's sweet, but it's not super duper sweet. Probably will be when I get towards the bottom. It's going to get sweeter and sweeter. It's like mostly Guinness with a little extra lemony lime kick to it. It is. It's like a Guinness Radler. Not bad. It's not as crazy as Instagram would have us all believe. I kind of like it. I would never order one ever again, but that's for other reasons too. Like, it's just not my thing. So I'm going to mix it up now just because I'm curious. Obviously, this is going to destroy.
That does remind me of, like, what he said. I like it. I would never order it again. So that reminds me, like, my mom told me a story when I was, like, 4 or whatever. And and she made me try blue cheese. And apparently I was like, I like it. I'm never eating it again. And honestly, I've mostly kept to that. I don't like gorgonzola very much.
Destroy the beautiful effect we have, but let's see what happens if we truly try to blend it up. Just from a flavor perspective, I'm actually interested. Yeah, about the same, honestly.
Oh,
you get
okay.
a little bit more Sprite expression. I don't know about other beer drinkers, but I find that Guinness has sort of a bitterness at the finish of its flavor profile. It does round that off, which is funny to me because I just said that there are other porters and stouts that I like a little better than Guinness. It's not my first go-to, but actually here, this kind of rounds that off and makes it read that way a little bit more. Like, I like a Sam Smith's porter quite a bit.
Yeah, it's like the Sprite makes the Guinness less interesting, but the Guinness makes the Sprite more interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty much on the nose. Yeah, I'd say that's accurate.
Okay, cool.
It's growing on me too. It's not the worst. It's not the craziest thing I've ever had. I do wonder what it'd be like with something better than Sprite. Like if you had like a San Pellegrino lemon soda or something like that. All right, let's see what's up next in the old Skull of Doom, and we'll make it right after this. Meredith,
Greg.
Thrive Market's pretty cool, right, isn't it? Let's open this box and see what we got, because Thrive Market is the sponsor of this episode. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring How to Drink. Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store. They make all kinds of neat, healthy foods affordable. In fact, they guarantee you're going to save money on things like dark brown sugar and a pet bowl scrubber. Meredith, what did we order?
That's for me.
Okay. Plant-based chili, which is probably for me. That sounds great. And, ooh, chickpea snacks. I like the sound of that.
I thought we could use some How to Drink snacks on set.
You know, with Thrive, though, if you found a lower price on any of these things anywhere, Thrive is going to match it. That's how they guarantee the savings. As a member, there's a whole section of the app and the website that is going to tell you what deals are currently available to you so you can save money on your favorite products and brands, like whole psyllium husks, which actually I eat these every day. I'm not used to seeing colon cleanser on the side of the can, but I do have 2 tablespoons of whole psyllium husks a day. My doctor told me I should. My doctor. She said it would help me reduce my cholesterol, and it has. A lot of people, they don't live near a grocery store that carry the kind of quality foods that they happen to be looking for, and if that's you, maybe Thrive can help, because Thrive ships to your home. You don't need to live right near them, so if you're looking for stashers...
Ooh, all order. Okay, and that might be something to look into for me, because God, I really hate going to the grocery store, and the grocery store near me is like just expensive, and kind of just shitty. So it's like, and I don't have a car, and I really don't want to have to get on a bus or a train to go to the grocery store. I hate that. I don't know why it bugs me so much, but it really does. So it's like, hey, I'm usually spending about $50 or $70 on groceries every week and a half. So it's like, I mean, I already do every plate, but like, you know, I could always do this too, get more bare ingredients.
Mrs. How to Drink loves these. Or assorted recycled microfiber cloths. They're going to have you covered right at your own home.
Cool.
Meredith, I feel like everything is a subscription these days, don't you?
I do.
Some people are probably juggling a bunch of them because they're like subscription people. Well, if you're into subscriptions, one of the neat things about Thrive is that you can replace multiple subscriptions with one subscription to Thrive. Top quality grocery items, organic kids products, sustainably sourced meat, non-toxic beauty
and only
products.
$60 a
You got all
year
kinds
for
of
the
stuff
subscription.
over at Thrive, and it comes in a box. Listen, if you like it, if you're interested, you want to try Thrive out, click on the link in my description or go to thrivemarket.com/howtodrink. You're going to get 30% off of your first order and a free gift worth up to $60 when you join Thrive Market today. Thank you, Thrive, for being the sponsor of this episode. And now back to the How to Drink show.
All right, up next, we're going to do espresso martini, but with Red Bull? I don't know what could possibly be going on in your head.
No!
That you would want such a thing. Seems like an unholy idea, an awful idea, but that's what they want. I don't know. I'm going to take the espresso itself. The coffee is going to come out. We're going to replace it with Red Bull, because I'm not really sure else how do you do that. And coffee foams. Shaken coffee will develop, because of the acids in it, will develop a little bit of a frothy head, which is kind of part of the iconic look of an espresso martini. We're not going to have that here. I don't know. There was a part of my brain that was like, maybe we throw an egg white in this. We're going to use coffee liqueur. Maybe we'll get there anyway. I'm going to try to make the best Red Bull espresso martini I can and put a little bit of thought into this and stuff.
There's the dairy element in an espresso martini. Oh no. Ugh. Mixing Red Bull and milk? No, thank you. Ooh, grody.
I just don't know. It's a task. We can't shake Red Bull. I mean, I guess we could, but we really shouldn't. Maybe we should. We could shake and then stir. It's a crazy idea. I want to shake it because I want to give this thing every opportunity to have a foamy head. I don't even need to stir it. I could add the Red Bull to the shaker and then pour from the shaker, and just that should do enough to get them integrated. I don't know. This is a crazy concept. It might be amazing. I don't know.
No.
So we're going to start with a ½ ounce of simple syrup. And I'm going to modify this recipe a little bit as I go, because there might be a way to make a drink out of this that's actually drinkable. I don't know if it'll ever be good. ½ ounce now of Kahlua. Going more like 3/4. All right, now I need some vodka. I'm gonna use 2 ounces of Absolute. And just for this first go, we're just gonna not think about this very much at all, and we're gonna throw an ounce of Red Bull straight in there. Normally, I would never shake anything that's carbonated. Red Bull's actually pretty lightly carbonated, and also it's now got a lot of other stuff around it, so I think we're probably safe. We're gonna crack some ice. We're a little low on ice, so we're gonna be a little bit careful about how we use the stuff. Ooh, interesting.
Interesting.
It's fizzing.
All right, so the way that I've always made espresso martinis is vodka, Kahlua, the espresso, obviously, and we usually put in a little bit of milk, like ½ ounce of milk or creamer, in order to give it a little extra body. So I don't okay. And I saw the milk on the counter over there. I was like, oh yeah, okay, this is different. And we usually use some sort of chocolate bitters or coffee bitters in order, and also as well. And also as well. That's a sentence.
Ugh. That is not appealing looking.
No.
Well, there it is. It's hideous. It looks like one of the ugliest drinks I've ever seen. Usually you float a couple of beans on top, but I think there's fat chance of them floating. All right, they float, but they're not gonna stay put. We'll just do one. Usually you have a nice, little head on there that they'll sit on top of. Here we go. One espresso martini, but with Red Bull. Whoa, that is sweet. Oh, God. Oh, that's terrible. Fuck. Jesus, man.
I just can't.
That tastes like battery acid.
I can't imagine with the Kahlua and the Red Bull. Like, that's where. No. I mean, it's better than what I thought it was going to be because, again, like I said, I make them usually with a dairy element. So, like, the idea of Red Bull mixed with milk and Kahlua is horrifying.
Or what I imagine battery acid to taste like. Don't think I've ever tasted battery acid. Why would you think that about me? I've never tasted battery acid. Ah, it tastes exactly like battery acid. That is awful. You get the
Just facts,
faintest
battery
hint of
acid.
coffee. Mostly just like sickly sweet Red Bull. I mean, it is so sweet, man. It's fucking gross. Ugh, I hate that. What is the taste of Red Bull? Oh, God, it tastes like violets. It tastes like violet and sort of coffee. Not quite coffee, but mostly just sweet violet flavor. Ugh. Oh, that's so bad.
It is
That's a lot
funny to
worse
watch
than
him
I thought
suffer.
Ugh. I gotta do one more sip. Might be like blackberry notes or some kind of, like wild berry kind of thing happening in there. Tastes like cough syrup. Tastes like cough syrup and battery acid. I honestly, though, I want to give it another go because, like, it's just such a stupid and insane idea that I kind of want to try to make it work. I'm sure that this is what that person got. Careful what you wish for. You might get it. But they got what they deserved. But I think that there might be a way to make something with Red Bull and coffee. I don't know. It's just a stupid, I don't know. I'm interested. I want to try something.
I mean, you hear that joke about grad students like pouring their Red Bull into their coffee or med students doing that. But that's like, I don't know if that ever happens. I would bet it has 100%. I would bet that has happened. But like, I don't know. Ugh. Also, coffee has more caffeine in it than Red Bull does. Like, than pretty much any energy drink. Coffee has more caffeine in it from my vague recollection of learning that fact at one point. So it's like, all right, fine. I'll just drink coffee. Except for that I haven't been drinking coffee. I haven't had any coffee in like a week.
I don't think that there's anything there, but the challenge compels me.
All right. The
It
challenge
was a
compels
slow
it.
night. And you came into my fancy bar, a very fancy bar.
Fancy
And you
bar.
said, cheerio, old chap, I want something like an espresso martini, but with Red Bull. And I had the time. Maybe
I love that he's got like a South London person coming into his fancy bar. Hello, chat.
I could come up with something
Red
that
Bull
what I'm
martini.
about to make now. And maybe this
But
will
with
also
Red-
be garbage. I
Red
don't
Bull
know.
martini. Gross.
Let's start over. One of the things I want to achieve is I want this to have a nice frothy head, so I'm pretty sure an egg white will go in at some point. I'm going to do 1.5 ounces of Mr. Black. I want to increase our level of coffeeness in here.
Okay.
And I'm going to do 1.5 of vodka. So we're 50-50, right? Let's do like 1/2 ounce of creme de cacao. We're going to hold off on our Red Bull for now. Coffee is pretty acidic, so I think that we can add an egg white to it and expect that to froth up nicely. And if you're looking for a vegan alternative, aquafaba is your friend. That's the water that comes out of a can of beans.
I think I mentioned that in the last video. It's like, because we got rid of the egg whites at my restaurant and we only use aquafaba, but it's the same thing. It gives you the same consistency. I'm glad that he's mentioning it here.
Somebody who sells it just like aquafaba you can just buy. And by can of beans, I mean chickpeas. Black
Yep.
beans is also aquafaba, but that would be unattractive.
Chickpeas.
Although not in
Chickpeas.
this drink, we were fine, actually. And I think we're ready to dry shake right now.
See, I work at like a Mediterranean place, so it's like mostly, it's very Turkish. So we have hummus. So we always have chickpeas. We always have aquafaba.
Okay. We're going to add some ice. One ounce of Red Bull, but I'm gonna try to snake it down the side a little bit so that it doesn't have too much of an opportunity to destroy my nice egg white. Maybe give it a little slosh. And now we're gonna pour our drink. Much more attractive right
It
away.
looks better.
Got that nice frothy top. Do our little 3-bean float. Oops, that one slipped away from my fingers, but it worked. And I would even do drops of bitters.
Yep.
Grab a pick. I don't know. Just having fun. All right, here we go. Let's see how this version of a Red Bull espresso martini
It does look
goes.
a lot better.
It's much more balanced flavors between the Red Bull and the coffee. You register the coffee much better. The problem is that you can still taste Red Bull. This is definitively as good as you're gonna make any Red Bull espresso martini. God help you if you ever need to create such a thing. I cannot imagine how or why the universe would conspire to make that happen for you, but I would assume that you should get yourself to some religious order and beg for forgiveness right away. Any order will do, whoever's nearby. But yeah, I mean, this is as good as a guess. Why did I add creme de cacao? Because coffee and chocolate are so close in flavor, and I just wanted to like help it come through just a little bit stronger with that.
This is something I do a lot though, is I'll make a little espresso martini for myself. So it's like I will come home from my coffee shop job and I know I have to go to my bar job after. So I will make myself like like an oat latte or like an oat milk mocha or something like that. I mean either or, depends on how sweet I feel. So it's either a mocha or a latte with oat milk, and then I come home with it and I like put creme de cacao, vodka, and chocolate bitters in there. And just make myself a really nice espresso martini. It's sweet. But I don't think I have Kahlua at my house. So that's like, but creme de cacao and coffee goes together so well. Like they go together really, really nicely.
Against the saccharine, extremely sweet taste of Red Bull. Yeah, the flavors are balanced. They are kind of in harmony here, in tension between coffee and Red Bull, and the Red Bull kind of tastes like, I do see violet. I do see like some kind of cough syrup thing too, and sweet. Which is why we took the simple out, which is why we got rid of the Kahlua. It's the only additional sweetness we added was the creme de cacao. It's still not like, it's not good. I would really be interested in seeing what other people think of this if they go out of their way to make it. I also do not blame you if you don't. I just don't know why such a thing would exist. My only other thought with this in particular is that I might have also wanted a twist of lemon on it. Sometimes lemon and espresso go together so nicely, particularly like lemon oils. As you can see, this is producing a tremendous amount of lemon oils. Just do this right next to the glass, and then I'll probably just try to ring the glass with this or make like a spiral. There you go.
That's cute.
Fucking different, that's for sure.
It's weird.
Let's just see how it is with a little lemon oil in there as well. And honestly, it does help it. Helps it a lot. I don't actually get the lemon oil at all. Maybe I do actually faintly. But what it does is it gives the coffee actually a little bit more punch. That little extra oomph helps it to the coffee to just edge out the Red Bull, which skews the balance of the drink a little bit. I think in the coffee's flavor, which helps it. I still don't know why this drink would ever have to exist. I hate it, but it's 1,000,000,000% better than that other god-awful thing. But yeah, I guess if you wanted to have a Red Bull espresso martini, or if you have a need for one on your bar menu, there it is.
So the customer was wrong.
Oh, customer's wrong. I mean, the first one was terrible. This is at least interesting. There's nothing else to say, but we've spent enough time on this. Let's move it right along. What's next in my skull of doom? Oh, cool. Rumple and milk, apparently 8 times. I've actually never had Rumple, so we're gonna find out what that's all about.
Oh, I don't like Rumple mints.
All right, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna make a little Rumpelstiltzes and milk here. So Rumple and milk is just gonna be Rumple and milk. Rumpelmins is a peppermint schnapps of about 100 proof. I've never had it. People say it's horrific. I'm gonna have a little sniff. I'm gonna have a little taste.
I don't like it.
Here we go. Why do people hate that? It's just a peppermint schnapps.
I just don't like. It's so like. The flavor is so heavy and the texture of it is weird to me. So like I remember working at a bar once like years and years and years ago, and like this group of guys, they got like 6 shots of Rumple Mints and they forced me to take one with them. And by forced I mean like they convinced me to take one with them, and I was like, this is so bad. Like it was not. No. And again, it's one of those things like a lot of schnapps, anything schnapps, really. It's you have to mix it with the right stuff and then it can taste amazing. I can't by itself.
People make like it's such a big deal about how awful Rumpelmins is. I think it's because when you were in high school, you guys were probably doing stupid shots of this that you shouldn't have been doing. It's fine. It's 100 proof peppermint.
I wasn't doing the shots in high school. I was in college working at a bar.
Peppermint schnapps, it's fine. Yeah, it's not my favorite peppermint schnapps. Maybe I'm a freak. I don't know. It tastes fine to me. All right, well, no mystery here. We're just going to do 1.5 ounces of Rumple. And I'm not going to finish it, by the way. I just want to kind of get a nice fill on the glass. And 1.5 ounces of milk. Rumple and milk.
I can see where that could be
Delicious.
drinkable.
Turned kind of blue, like lightly blue in the Rumple. Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, it sounds like a holiday drink. Like you drink it like instead of eggnog, maybe.
This is Rumple. Is that supposed to be bad? I don't know. It tastes like it's on its way to Christmas cookies.
Yeah,
honestly.
that's
I have no complaint about this. This isn't bad. I don't know who would want it. It's a friggin' weird ass thing to want. It's kind of missing something though. It needs a little chocolate.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now that's gonna be lovely. Now we've got a
Yeah, that's
peppermint
gonna be
patty.
good.
I want to say, like, you probably have thought, like, ugh, milk. It doesn't curdle. There's no lime
Yeah.
or lemon in there. There's no acid. And the milk actually just gets thinned out,
Mm-hmm.
you know, by virtue of it being half Rumple. It's just minty milk. Now it's chocolate minty milk. And it's amazing. It tastes like a glass of Christmas. I would be sick if I drank it all because I don't have that much sugar in my body anymore. Don't knock it till you tried it. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Meredith, what do you think is the occasion when you would order 7 Rumples and milk?
Christmas party.
What is it? Post Hell Week
yeah.
celebration.
Okay. Hell Week.
No, I just think it's like it's near Christmas and like your office has gone out for drinks, you know? Like that makes sense to me. I mean, I've definitely been at parties before where it's like one person got to decide the shots everyone was doing. When that happened to me, it was kamikazes, but like, so that was fine. Those tasted all right. But no, it's like, when I make I've made a peppermint patty drink before on this channel even, where it was like, what was it? It was more stuff in it, but it was vodka, it was creme de mint, it was creme de cacao. Yeah. Woo! That was a liquor-y drink, wasn't it? But yes. That was good. And chocolate bitters, I think I put in there as well. It was green. It was very green. But, you know, tasted like a peppermint patty.
It's like some kind of frat thing.
Yeah.
Sorority thing.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Up next, we're going to take a look at Table 52, who's ordering a Fireball Bloody Mary. Right after this. Okay, up next, we've got a House Bloody Mary made with Fireball. Fireball. Fucking Fireball.
Also, what?
All right, well, I'm going to start with 4 ounces of Campbell's tomato juice for the fine tomato juice. You know, I kind of like tomato juice. As soon as I opened that, I was like, smells good.
No.
You say tomato or tomato out there where you're from, Meredith?
Tomato.
Nobody says tomato.
No, it's true. I've never met anyone who says
Nobody
tomato.
says tomato.
I mean, like, British people, right? Tomatoes. Like,
Tomato. Ah,
let's call the whole thing off.
Now I want to get 2 dashes of Tabasco. And by 2 dashes, I mean 2 quantities that are a dash, not 2 shakes. Do you think that the idea here is that they wanted the Fireball instead of the vodka?
I don't know
That's
why
what
it
I
would
was
matter,
thinking.
because vodka's not really changing the flavor, so I feel like they wanted the cinnamon.
Yeah. This is Bubby's prepared horseradish. And actually, I'm pronouncing that wrong, by the way. If you ever see that, it says Bubby's. It's actually Bubby's.
Bubbies.
Bub.
Bubby.
Good amount. That's a lot. I like a lot of horseradish in mine.
hate
Worcestershire.
Bloody
I
Marys.
love Worcestershire. Worcester. If you
That's a
really
place in
insist on
Boston.
ignoring most of the letters in the damn thing. And so here's the thing. The English will tell you, oh, but that's pronounced Worcester. Worcester sauce or something like that. And I would say that is a regional pronunciation because in American English, that is pronounced Worcestershire. I just think that we have to accept the fact that there are regional pronunciations. I think it's really weird that we don't anymore. That used to be
What?
the whole thing. You
Worcestershire?
pronounce a word in your local dialect, not just by adapting and imitating the style of another. 2 dash. Whoa! That's okay. That was not really a dasher top. That was closer to a pour top. Well, I'll love that. That'll be a lot. That's great. A pinch of ground black pepper.
No.
More than a pinch. A smoked paprika, if you got it. Gonna be delicious. Now we need to get our Fireball in there. There's been a controversy lately. I've said that Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey is also not whiskey, but apparently now Fireball is coming out with a product called Fireball Cinnamon, which is very not whiskey.
Yes.
And there's been like some lawsuits over it actually, which I think is
Yes.
very funny. We're gonna put in 2 ounces of Fireball. That's what my notes on this said to do, because we're substituting
I mean, he put in so much of that other stuff. You might want to put another 1/4 ounce of Fireball in there, though, just to try and balance it a little.
vodka for Fireball. I already know this is gonna be very bad. Let's get
Oh, you put so much
our other
Worcestershire in
shaker.
there.
a cube of ice. And now we're gonna roll this drink. If you shake it, it will freeze. So we're just gonna do this until it's all over the table. Now, if you wanna get fancy, you put one of these on one side and you hold your ice back. And now we can really throw our drink. Usually you use an old school one to do this. I don't happen to have an old school style one. Old school being 1800 style Hawthorne strainer. They don't sit on the top, they go down inside. Kind of like a julep strainer with a spring on it. If you ever wanted to do big throws like this, and I'm not particularly good at it, the trick is to start here and then pull back. All right? You can't do it just from, I mean, I guess somebody could. And I've seen people go like crazy far, and I've also seen people do stuff where they whip it and fling it and go sideways.
That's cool. I want to know how to do that. I want to learn how to do that stuff.
It's all silly. So you can feel it getting colder as we do this. Just that oscillation. It's a big glass, all right? We need a lime wedge and a lemon wedge. I mean, we don't. We're just this gilding the lily. You know what we need? We need a big old sprig of celery.
There's celery, though.
Done.
I hate Bloody Marys so much. Oh, I hate it.
There you go. Woo! Whoa, I forgot there was going to be in there. I totally forgot that was going to be full of cinnamon. Oh my God, that is weird and bad. That is weird and bad. Oh man, baby. I'm not joking. I forgot there was cinnamon in that, and I was like, Bloody Mary. This is going to be fine. Jesus Christ, that's, wow. I'm dizzy now.
Ugh.
It tastes very Christmassy in like the worst possible way. Ooh. You know what it tastes like? You know those pine cones that they cover in cinnamon smells that my wife won't let me buy? It tastes like that. It doesn't taste like Christmas. It tastes like the Christmas
Don't
store.
buy those.
It tastes like that cinnamon broom that you're supposed to put someplace. You know the cinnamon broom?
No.
Cinnamon broom?
Yeah, it looks like a witch's broom and it's full of cinnamon.
No.
You never seen that?
No.
Yeah, you put it around your house around the holidays.
Oh my God. We had, like, in the showed that picture. I was like, we had one of those growing up. We did not use it as a cinnamon broom. We used it as a witch's broom. The only time I ever saw that thing come out was Halloween. Like, here's a witch broom. Yeah, it's like, it's funky. Oh my God, it used to have cinnamon in it. I wonder how old that thing was. Weird. Okay. Anyway, I hate Bloody Marys. I hated making them. I was very good at making them, but I hated making them. I'm like, but like here in Chicago anyway, like, similar to other places, I think like New Orleans does this too. Bloody Marys are often a work of art. Like they are a meal sometimes in and of themselves. I knew a place that like used to put like grilled cheese slices, like quarters of grilled cheese, like with the Bloody Mary, like on the little toothpick that sticks out. It's like 2 quarters of grilled cheese on there. Like the amount of stuff. I think there's a place in New Orleans that like puts in like a part of a rotisserie chicken on their Bloody Mary. Like Bloody Marys can be a meal in and of themselves, but I'm just like, I hate literally everything that goes in there except the vodka. Like, just like, ugh. I guess not literally, because he put paprika in there. I like paprika and pepper, but no Worcestershire, no tomato juice, which is obviously the key ingredient. Like no horseradish. I'm not a fan of any of it. I hate them so much.
So your house smells like cinnamon?
Yeah.
Feels like it would just get shit everywhere.
You don't sweep with it. You just put it around.
It sits there, but even then, if you bump it, it's gonna like...
I don't know. Let me tell you something. Many drinks are bad.
Just get a
Few drinks
candle
are
that
this
smells
bad.
like cinnamon.
This is a special kind of hell. Sweet, hot and spicy, cinnamon. Whoa, cinnamon on fish. It really gets into a cinnamon fish thing, which I think has got to be the worster. There's not a lot of fish you want to cover in cinnamon, and this is not one of them. I don't like this drink. No. Evil people came up with this drink. I can't, who would, maybe it's a prank. Maybe that's what this is. You want a Bloody Mary? You want Bloody Mary? Okay, 3 Bloody Marys. One of them with Fireball. You know, maybe it was one of those. The person who does enjoy this, dangerous person. Not to be trusted. It starts off so weird right away. The way that the cinnamon and the horseradish integrate is so bad. And then from there, it gets even worse. The cinnamon gets up under the fingernails of the Worcester sauce. and it's just like cinnamon fish. Holy shit, that drink sucks. Oh my God. I'm not gonna fix it. It can't be fixed.
No.
It also has afternotes of carpet store.
I hated going to the carpet store.
But maybe it's like the opposite of that. What would be the opposite of a
Satanic experience.
satanic experience? Yeah. Well, that's also religious. What would be like a nihilistic experience? It's a nihilistic experience. It's an existential experience is what it is. And in a fireball Bloody Mary, you will find a void. And when you look into it, it will look back into you. The fireball Bloody Mary is the key to learning that life is absurd. It might be actually a Dadaist drink. Okay, up next we've got our. I'm sorry, I just got to move it on. I can't dwell anymore. I can't deal with it anymore.
And
we're on to our final
stop pausing.
drink for this
Pause too
episode.
much.
Up next, right after this, we're going to be making a Tanqueray Negroni, no vermouth, but sub Red Bull. The fucking Jesus Christing hell. Now the time has come to say goodbye to all our friends. Fuck your life, screw your brain, drink away the pain. I mean,
Not with this drink.
Now it's time for us to make the final drink of this episode, which is a Tanqueray Negroni with no vermouth, sub Red Bull. Otherwise known as the Devil's Piss, I can only assume. A Negroni, by the way, in case you're wondering, equal parts gin, vermouth, Red Bull. No, Negroni is typically equal parts gin, Campari, and vermouth. Of course, we're subbing out the vermouth for Red Bull, but I have done Negroni several times on the show. You can check them out in previous episodes. All right, let's start. We got a Tanqueray here. Yep.
I
guess it is
also don't like
Tanqueray.
Negronis.
In my brain, it's Tanqueray, but it's tank. Actually, we should build this in the glass. This is not a drink that you typically do any other way.
Yeah.
1 ice cube and 1.5 ounces of Tanqueray. 1.5 ounces of Campari. And now we want 1.5 ounces of the finest vintage of Red Bull, Eau de Convenience Store. Yeah, this can is already aerated and plenty of Red Bull left. I don't know what that accent is supposed to be.
Almost French.
Give that a generous little stir. Notice the aroma of sickly sweet garbage. Garnish that with a twist of orange. Why don't we make it pretty, if we can?
His oranges and lemons
There
and
you go.
stuff are.
I guess I didn't make
very
it pretty.
nice.
I kind of made it ugly.
But his
There it is from that angle.
his freaking citrus is so much like juicier than what I get. I need to get better citrus.
It looks great. I saw that on TikTok the other day, and I thought I'd give it a try. Obviously, it takes a defter hand.
It looks
than
like a
mine.
sea monster.
Here we actually, it's not so bad looking. It looks cool. Okay, here we go. Red Bull Negroni. Oh God, sweet love! Oh my God! Wow!
Wow.
Oh my God! That's got to be one of the worst things I've had on the show.
Wow, that's a big claim.
It's not the worst. I'm putting it in the top 15 or 20, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I've been doing this for a long time. That is unreal. I was not ready for that. Holy shit. I got to rethink some things.
I want to know what the worst thing he's ever tried is now. Like, what's the worst? Link me to that video.
People always say, like, you know, in the comments, I'll get worst drink I've ever had in my life goes in for another sip. And it's like, because it's my job, I'm a professional, I got to do that. I genuinely dread going in for another sip of this, which doesn't happen that often on the show. I don't want to. Something incredibly bad is happening in the combination of those flavors. Campari is a pretty unforgiving spirit to begin with,
Yeah.
particularly for me. I'm not like actually a huge fan. It's just
I don't
it is
like
too
it.
bitter for me, which is funny because I don't like Campari, but I actually do like Fernet. Figure that one out. Fernet's a way more powerful, nasty flavor. So something really nasty happens with the gin and the Campari and the Red Bull. You would think that the Red Bull, which is sweet, wouldn't be the most insane substitution for a sweet vermouth. It's providing the sweet component of the drink. But no, that's actually not what's happening here. Somehow, the way that the Red Bull is sweet, I think, cannot stand up in this drink. It falls flat in the most hideous and awful way possible. It is very bad,
Worst.
and words kind of fail me a little bit beyond that. Fucking hell, I gotta do this again.
I'll drink with him in solidarity, but my drink is
I'm
good.
a motherfucker. Nose of orange, as you might expect. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, it tastes like puke. It tastes like vomit. That's what it is.
Become
It tastes like
grimace.
bile. The combination. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, the combination of the Campari and the Red Bull tastes like fucking bile. Oh, like a bad
Oh,
night.
no.
You were young in college and you drank too much. You are fucked. You are fucked. You're fucking puke. Tastes like the morning after or the night before. I don't know. It tastes like puke. I don't know. I might even put this in the top 5 bad drinks. What do you think of the top 5 worst drinks? You probably remember them better than me.
I don't know if I remember a lot of them. I know we did them during
Ooh, I love their liquor in the back there. Also, all of their cardboard. Very fun. But I want that liquor shelf.
margarita. That one was pretty nasty.
Wait, hold on. I gotta go back.
I don't know if I remember a lot of them. I know we did the Midori margarita. That one was pretty nasty.
Oh yeah, it was the pineapple old fashioned.
Oh, right.
That stands out.
We've done a couple okay ones with Cowling, but anything with
No,
that just
Cowling
sticks
is
out.
never good. And then that one that I threw was like this Tabasco and mayonnaise was bad. This is in that category. This is that level of horrible for me. Oh God, I hate this drink. As the person what must take your licks for you, I am gonna have to go back in and see if I can pull anything more nuanced out of this than just vomit right in my mouth. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but you know, to science.
The science.
Oh, the gin is helping it taste like vomit for sure. There it is. There it is. Campari is orangey, and so the first things you get, actually, if you take a teeny tiny sip, is gin and orange, actually. But like, the gin is not being helped in a positive way. Possibly the worst possible expression of gin you can imagine. Not that Tanqueray is, but like here it is. Nasty.
Gin, but make it
bitter,
worse? I like
earthy,
gin.
Straight up piney. I don't usually say that gin tastes like piney, but this does kind of taste like what I imagine chewing on a scrub pine would taste like mixed with oranges, which does not make it better. And from there it evolves into oranges and puke, and then it's just puke. And it's bitter. It's very bitter. It's extremely bitter. And not like nice bitter, but like bitter like a warning bitter. Like you're not supposed to consume this bitter. Like you're tasting something not for consumption. I'm just gonna say it. I think this is like fetish bitter. I think that there is probably a person for whom this drink is their fetish. They got some degradation kink, or they're into some kind of, you know,
Wow. And he went
masochism or
there.
something. They're probably also into having their balls stepped on. I don't know. Like it just seems like this is a drink that I imagine is comparable to having your balls stomped on purpose. It's like liquid punishment. That's a good name for this drink. Liquid punishment. It's not for me, but I don't want to kink shame.
You're the one who made it a
Well, any
king.
more work now?
I think we're done. I think that's it. I think the customer was wrong.
Yeah, for the most part today, the customers have been wrong. There was one who was weird, but I guess correct. Well, thank you guys so much for making me tap dance for you. It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna clock out now. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. If you like it, there's gonna be more episodes online. You can find me on the social media places. If you really want to help me make the show, there is a Patreon. We have a private Discord for patron members. It's kind of cool. We hang out in there. We have a good crew. Swing on by if you want to join the Patreon. I will see you next time on another episode of How to Drink, and until then, I'm gonna be taking a nap because I don't think I have any more will to live. Bye-bye now.
All right.
That is
Fantastic. Wow. I mean, some of those just didn't even like none of them did the descriptions make it sound like they would be any good at all. And yeah, I mean, for me, even the one that he kind of liked, the Guinness and Sprite, it would not be for me, but I don't really like Guinness. I don't like dark beers very much. I like Smithwick's, which is about as dark as I'll go, and that is really, really nice and smooth as well. So it's like I fuck with Smithwick's, but like I don't like dark beer. Like I don't like porters or stouts very much. They're just so heavy. So like for me, that's not something that I would even be able to. I would not like it. The only times that I've ever drank Guinness, I've tried it once or twice, but the only time that I've drank a Guinness is like when I did like an Irish car bomb. because, you know, it was St. Patrick's Day. So, you know, you do it. But yeah, all right. Y'all, I'm so glad I don't work at a place where I get nonsense like this. And we do have, like, the bar that I work at, we have, like, a really nice mix of cocktails. So it's like we've got stuff that are for people who like more bitter drinks. We have stuff for people who like sweeter drinks. We have some more floral or herbal drinks. Like, we've got, like, a really nice mix of cocktails. So people just mostly order off our cocktail menu. And then occasionally, you know, they'll get something like a Manhattan or a Negroni or something like that. And, you know, Aperol Spritz, you know, they get, like, normal stuff too. And we'll do that because we can. But, like, I'm so glad that I don't work at a place that, like, forces me to do stuff like this. Like, wow. That'd be horrifying. Yeah. No, thank you. I mean, I have fun watching him in pain because I'm a monster. But, you know, I'm glad I don't have to do it, and I'm glad I wasn't having to drink any of that. If there's other stuff like this that you want me to react to, please let me know in the comments. Reacting to this channel was in response to things that people have said in various comments. So I'm reacting to it. I've been enjoying it. If there's, like, somebody else, like something else specifically from him you'd like me to react to, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably come back to him every so often, similar to, like, what I do with, like, cold ones. It's like, I'll go back to them every so often. Just, like, I want to see more of what he's got to do. There's, like, another drink on here that I'm looking at that says 5 nightmare drinks ordered by actual humans. So if you want to see me react to that, let me know and I'll do it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to see more stuff like this, again, you have to like or comment because it's the only way we'll know. If you subscribe to the channel or join our Discord, the link for that is in the server below. Oh, wow, server is in the description below. You'll always be the first to know when we upload new content, which is always. And obviously, if you're on our Discord, you know, it's a really cool community, and you can also suggest video topics there. So thank you very much. And if you can become a patron, we'd also really appreciate that. We can't do this without you guys on the patron tier list. So if you can, we'd appreciate it. And that's really it for me for today. So thank you very much. I will see you next time. Cheers.